Hello, my name is David Pavely and I am the Health and Safety General Manager at Ellis Whittam. We're an employment law, HR and health and safety consultancy providing support and advice to over 2,500 organisations across the United Kingdom. Today I'm going to provide you with a brief presentation about the need for health and safety training for managers, leaders and employees in the education sector. Today my presentation will cover the following topics. Firstly, I will provide a brief background to the structure of health and safety legislation in the United Kingdom. Next, I will explain the legal requirements for ensuring you and your staff are competent from a health and safety point of view. And finally, we will look at a bespoke and unique training course provided by Ellis Whittam that is available specifically for the education sector. So what then are an employee's legal responsibilities from a health and safety perspective? In summary, an employer has a duty to ensure the safety of all employees and indeed anyone else who may be affected by your activities. Within a school setting, this will be the school staff, your pupils, parents, visitors and contractors, and indeed anybody else who may enter the school premises. You are also required to identify any potential significant risks and to manage these risks as far as reasonably practicable. This will include putting into place any suitable control measures and then setting all this out within a risk assessment. In order to assist both you and your staff, it is important that adequate training is provided to allow the organisation to deal with the risks identified appropriately. From a legal point of view, the health and safety duties for both an employer and an employee are set out within the following legal framework. This legal requirement is underpinned by the overarching piece of legislation, the Health and Safety at Work Act 1974. This Act of Parliament provides the legal framework for the management of health and safety. However, the detail of how to manage specific risks and activities is then set out within separate specific regulations. For example, the IOSH regulations cover the control of substances hazardous to health. In order to assist organisations in being able to interpret the requirements set out within the regulations, the HSE provide a range of approved codes of practice known as ACOPs and guides. Whilst these are not legal requirements, they do provide information on how to achieve legal compliance. They therefore provide information about best practice. Finally, there is a requirement for any organisation, under the requirements of the Management of Health and Safety at Work regulations, to have access to competent advice. This individual is what's known as the competent person. It may be that for some organisations, they do not have access to someone with sufficient health and safety knowledge and experience, and that is where we at Ellis Whittam can support you. Ellis Whittam consultants are competent health and safety practitioners and have achieved chartered status within an organisation such as IOSH, the Institute of Occupational Safety and Health. There is a legal requirement for a school to get advice on health and safety matters from a competent person. So what then is meant by a competent person? Competence is defined as a combination of training, experience and knowledge. The Management of Health and Safety at Work Regulations 1999 states that when considering the requirement for access to competent health and safety advice, you should give preference to those within your organisation who have the appropriate level of competence before looking for help from outside. If this level of competence doesn't exist within your organisation, this is where we at Ellis Whittam can help you. Ellis Whittam consultants are chartered health and safety practitioners with many years' experience in supporting the education sector, and therefore are very competent at being able to assist a wide range of educational organisations. When seeking advice from an external health and safety practitioner, it is important that they are given sufficient time in order to be able to fully understand how your organisation manages safety. Further details about competence can be found within the Management of Health and Safety at Work regulations. There are a range of people who need health and safety training within a school. Firstly, managers and leaders within a school may need training to identify and understand their legal responsibilities. This will include understanding which elements of health and safety legislation apply and how to manage the risks employees and pupils are likely to be exposed to. Managers will also require training on identifying the hazards that may exist within a school setting, and then how best to develop suitable control measures in managing these risks. Also, all staff will require information on how to work safely and how to raise concerns about any issues that they may be concerned about. Finally, specific training may be required for any contractors coming into the school so that they are familiar with the risks they may be exposed to, as well as making sure that their activities don't affect anybody. They will also need to know about the rules and arrangements for managing safety within the school. In order to ensure education staff are competent, we as Ellis Whittam have developed a bespoke training course. This course is unique and only provided by Ellis Whittam. This 2-day course has been designed and is based on our extensive knowledge and experience of working within schools, colleges and other education and training providers. It has been accredited by IOSH, the Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, and Ellis Whittam is the only provider of this course. It is largely equivalent to the IOSH Managing Safely course, but focuses solely on the education sector and is compressed into 2 days in recognition of the limited time that you have available. So who then should attend? This course is suitable for all teaching and support staff with supervisory duties and who are in direct contact with students. It is particularly relevant to people employed in primary, secondary and special schools, as well as further education colleges and universities. The course comprises 6 modules and is delivered over 2 days. I will go through the course content on the next slide. The main benefits for head teachers, principals, directors and managers who wish to attend the course or send staff on it is that they will be able to develop a health and safety culture which demonstrates that they are able to lead from the top. You will also be able to demonstrate your commitment and proactive attitude to health and safety and well-being of your students, staff and visitors. This course will also give staff the knowledge and confidence to be able to manage the risks in their areas of responsibility. On successful completion of this course, delegates will be awarded an IOSH certificate in managing safety in the education sector. The course comprises 6 modules. Health and safety legislation, including individual and organisation duties and different regulatory bodies, including the requirements of the HSE and Ofsted. The course covers common risks and hazard in the education sector and the hierarchy of the controls for managing these risks. The course covers sensible risk management, including work experience placements and educational tips. We also look at incident management and reporting, including the requirements of RIDDOR. And we also go over formatting a robust health and safety policy and promoting a positive culture within your organisation, as well as planning for success through proactive monitoring procedures. As well as providing bespoke training for the education sector, Ellis Whittam can also support the school through a range of other services. Through our consultancy service, we can carry out regular site visits and provide you with an assessment of the areas where you were good, as well as the areas where we would recommend attention. This is set out within a prioritised action plan. We can also provide you with regular support and advice through your dedicated consultant. We can also provide all of your health and safety policy documents, including a staff handbook, annual reports, and access to a wide range of completed template documents through our information portal. You will also have access to 24-hour support, either through your consultant or through our dedicated health and safety help desk. All of this will give you peace of mind in knowing that you have access to a competent person and legal support should you ever require it. This concludes the presentation about health and safety training in the education sector. There are two subsequent presentations to follow on from this. There is a presentation on accident reporting and also another presentation on safety during school trips and events. If you have any questions about the issues raised during this presentation, or if you would like any further information about how Ellis Whittam may be able to assist you with your health and safety needs, please contact us on 0845 2268 393 or via email at inquiries@elliswhittam.com. Thank you very much.